Today I'm doing the full pitch for a perfect AEW Owen Hart Cup men's tournament. This is bigger and better than ever before, with 16 of the best wrestlers AEW has to offer. Whereas in previous years it was mostly 8. And I also reveal the competitor who has never entered this tournament but would be a favorite to win this year. And moving on to the first bracket, we are looking at Mark Davis versus Kenny Omega. Mark Davis from the Don Callis family, and the Kenny Omega is one of the best in the world. He is known as the god of pro wrestling. So in this bracket, we are pitching the Mark Davis to go over Kenny Omega. So he'll get a score of 1 when he wins, and we get Omega as the 0. So this is a very high intensive match for as the first round, and also a very um, kind of high impact win for Mark Davis to return to the next round. Next, so we are looking at a very fast paced, high hitting match because Tommaso Ciampa, as you know, is very intense, and Bandito is also very nimble and very fast. We're gonna see an excellent match, and also in here, so we're gonna see Bandito winning, and he uh, would go to face against Mark Davis. So the heel versus babyface dynamic would continue from there. Now here we get Takeshita and also Christian Cage. I don't think they have ever faced in AEW. So in here we are seeing a new matchup, and also it would be great for actually Takeshita to win here and to go over Christian Cage, and this was to add to his repertoire in his career. Next, we are having a very hard hitting match. This is this is actually more intense for a first round match. This is really intense to start with this kind of bracket, but it would be a real good starter to have a really impactful first round match, because these are the 16 best people in AEW. So we're going to see the 16 of the best matchups that we can see. So in here, Swerve Strickland would go to the next round. In here we get Okada versus Will Ospreay. This has been done many of times before, but it is always would be great to see another 5 star or 5 star plus match that broke the scale. Um, so in here we're gonna see Will Ospreay wins and going through to the next round. And here we're gonna have Pac versus Kevin Knight. Another interesting match that we can see here. So the Kevin Knight is actually currently the AEW television champion, the TNT champion, and also Pac and Kevin Knight would have a very interesting aerial match, kind of most of the high flying speed based match that they would have, and also it's kind of to would be helpful with more or less to like the getting Kevin Knight aligned with kind of around Death Riders here. So in here we're gonna see Claudio Castagnoli. It would be a very physical, brutal match. And so we want Brody him to win over Claudio to kind of set his kind of main event aspiration in stone. Next, we are looking at the competitor I told you about. The one MJF actually hasn't entered this competition for as the long as he started. So, but since he's in this year and he's really hungry, and he's uh, potentially he can't still can't get the rematch with Darby Allen, so he would be gunning for a win here potentially. So again, going back to here, so Mark Davids and Kenny Omega would kind of continue their rivalry, the Kenny Omega's rivalry with Don Callis family, and Bandito versus Tommaso Ciampa wouldn't have much to continue. Yes, so the Christian Cage and Takeshita should be could be we could be developing a storyline where Christian Cage would actually uh, join in with Don Callis family and kind of alienating Takeshita from there. And also, yes, Swerve Strickland and John Moxley, it would be an hard hitting match. So it might won't lead to much of a feud going forward, but they would meet again somehow. So then next we are moving on to the second round matches that we are seeing. So we are having Mark Davis versus Bandido. So in here that we are seeing Mark Davis win. So to kind of he's the current national champion as of making this video. He just won a few hours ago. He would be a great addition to move ahead in the tournament. And we get Takeshita and Swerve Strickland. It would be a real great match. And here that we would see Swerve Strickland winning from here. Then we are going to the next one. We get Will Ospreay versus Kevin Knight. It's baby faces versus baby face, but it would be, yes, one of the most great high flying matches that we would see. So kind of the kind of like the developing Kevin Knight up to kind of Will Ospreay's level. To kind of like fixed him as the future main eventer, but it's kind of Will Ospreay's time right now. Now we are getting a rematch from MJF and Brody King. We are gonna have MJF win here again. Sorry for the loss. Brody King, he's so MJF has got to go on. So in here, actually, we would see Mark Davis versus Swerve Strickland, another high, like a very strong physical match, and Swerve Strickland would kind of fight against the Don Callis family, and here we would see Swerve Strickland winning against Mark Davis. And later on, then Swerve Strickland can actually go ahead and fight Mark Davis on the national championship. Actually, the national championship needs much more kind of uh, much more hard competitors, much more competitors with much more status. Here, then we are going to get the semi-finals that we are looking at MJF versus Will Ospreay. We have seen this match before. We have seen this in All In. We have seen it for different championships. But in here, in case now Will Ospreay would move on to kind of solidify his time, he's and kind of stopping the MJF's dreams of the championship. So we are hitting the finals now. So this is Will Ospreay's times where Strickland has been dominating here. So actually, the Will Ospreay would win, and he would go on to All In. So the in other news of other predictions that we do, the other main pitch is that Kenny Omega actually would challenge Darby right after Double or Nothing. So we are, oh, and also actually he wins the championship before the Forbidden Door, and he would defend it against someone like Yota Tsuji or Callum Newman from New Japan. So we would see another like interpromotional great matchup. I think they haven't faced each other, so that would be a great match going forward. So moving on to the next. So also in terms of that, we are looking at so the previous one, the Double or Nothing. Actually, we are in terms of pitching that Darby Allin would win against MJF, and also the MJF would lose his hair, and MJF would have a new look, and kind of become unhinged on that. So that would be a great storyline going forward. So thank you for hanging out in this video. So please check out my other videos. I have made the first draft here, and also I'm doing the women's cup tournament also, and also the previous draft one of the women's cup tournament is also right live in the channel. Actually, you can go see here. You can see the latest video. Go and check out the latest video, and also subscribe. and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.